In 1997, in a quiet Swiss laboratory, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz was watching a single brain cell fire inside a monkey's head. What that one cell did next quietly demolished everything we believed about motivation. At first, the cell fired when the monkey tasted a drop of juice. But once the animal learned that a small light always meant juice was coming, something strange happened. The cell stopped firing for the reward entirely. Instead, it now fired for the light, for the cue. And on the day the juice never came, it dipped below silence, as if the brain were quietly grieving. Dopamine, it turned out, was never really about pleasure at all. It was about prediction. You do not carry a motivation system inside your skull. You carry a 200,000-year-old prediction machine, and it runs on anticipation, not reward. That single fact is the master key to all of this. Here's the very first exploit. Motivation fires at the cue, not at the finish line. So attach a small, unmistakable ritual to the very start of anything hard, and the machine slowly learns to release its fuel the exact moment you begin. But there is a second law, and casinos have quietly known it for a century. Your brain does not really learn from reward. It learns from surprise, the gap between expectation and reality. Pure uncertainty makes the chemical burst bigger. Scientists call this reward prediction error. A payoff you completely expect teaches the machine nothing, which is exactly why week 5 of any new habit feels gray and dead. So make your early wins land a little better than you promised yourself. And every artificial spike carries a hidden tax. Each peak is followed by a dip below where you started, and chronic spikes slowly drag your baseline down until ordinary life feels flat and you need more just to feel normal. You cannot detox your way out of this, and anyone selling you that word is lying. What you can do is protect your baseline. Earn the spike by putting the effort before the reward, never the other way around. Which raises the real question. If the machinery is this simple, why is it so hard to make yourself begin? For decades, the answer was willpower. A fuel tank that drains as you resist. That answer is dead. In 2016, 23 separate labs tried to reproduce the famous experiment behind that idea. It collapsed. Willpower is not a muscle that quietly tires out. So the thing stopping you was never a simple shortage of strength. The truth is far stranger. In 2013, researchers showed that procrastination has almost nothing to do with time management or discipline. It is mood repair. You are not avoiding the task itself. You are fleeing a bad feeling the task quietly predicts. 2,000 years earlier, Seneca wrote a single line the laboratory has now confirmed. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The dread you feel before you begin is almost always far worse than the doing ever turns out to be. So the exploit is disarmingly small. Before you flee, name the feeling you are escaping. Boredom, fear of failing, resentment. Naming it out loud robs it of its grip, and the urge to run quietly loosens. There is a wrong way to fight it. Suppressing an emotion does not erase it. It hides it, wrecks your memory, and raises the stress hormones not only in you, but in the people standing right next to you. Reappraisal wins instead. Epictetus said it plainly. Men are disturbed not by things, but by their opinions about things. Change the story you tell about the task, and you change the feeling before it can ever stop you. But you will not always reason your way into feeling ready, so stop waiting for the feeling. The oldest trick in the machine is that action comes first, and motivation follows the body, not the other way around. Clinicians prove this while treating depression. Simply scheduling small actions before any desire to do them returned worked as well as full therapy. Movement rewrites the prediction. The body moves and the brain updates what it expects. Marcus Aurelius compressed the whole idea into a handful of words. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. He was describing behavioral activation 17 full centuries before it ever had a name. In practice, it becomes the 5-minute rule. Lower the cost of starting to almost nothing. Promise yourself only 5 minutes, because starting is the single part your brain truly resists. Once you are moving, the resistance is already gone. In 1927, a psychologist noticed that waiters remembered unpaid orders perfectly, then forgot them the instant the bill was settled. Interrupted tasks haunt the mind, recalled up to 90% better than the ones we finish. You can weaponize that same ghost. Start the dreaded task, write one line, then deliberately stop mid-sentence. The unfinished loop will nag at you and pull you back all day because your brain simply cannot stand a story left hanging open. The next exploit removes the decision entirely. Across 94 separate studies, one tiny format reliably doubled people's odds of following through. When this happens, I will do that. It is a preloaded plan your brain can simply run on autopilot. It is called an implementation intention, and it works because it pre-compiles the choice while you are calm. When the moment finally comes, there is nothing left to negotiate. The decision was already made for you. Then there is the cleverest trick of all. One study let people listen to gripping audiobooks only while at the gym. Nothing else. Attendance jumped 51%. They were not chasing fitness. They were chasing the next chapter. So bind a temptation to the very task it usually competes with. The show, the playlist, the good coffee, allowed only while you do the hard thing and never otherwise. The pleasure then quietly drags the resistance along behind it, though the pull fades with repetition, so keep refreshing the reward. Now the chain turns inward. In 1972, a psychologist showed that we do not act from who we already are. We infer who we are from what we watch ourselves do. Identity is built backward from behavior. So every single action is a vote. Skip the run and you vote for someone who quits. Do the 5 minutes and you tell the machine what kind of person you are, and it begins defending that story for you. Marcus saw this too. The soul, he wrote, becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. You are not deciding who to be someday. You are staining yourself one small act at a time. And your own brain hands you free leverage on certain days. Motivation reliably spikes right after a temporal landmark. A Monday, a birthday, the first of a new month. Researchers call it the fresh start effect, and it is very real. You do not have to wait for New Year. You can manufacture these landmarks. The first Monday, the first morning of a trip, a clean new notebook, and ride the surge to install the person you are becoming. But here is the humbling part. A landmark study found that about 43% of what you do every single day is not chosen at all. It is automatic, cued by your surroundings before conscious thought even arrives. And the people with the most self-control? Studies show they rarely even use it. They simply arrange to live in places with fewer temptations to resist. They win the battle by never once stepping into the fight in the first place. So stop trying to out-muscle your environment and start quietly engineering it instead. Make the good thing the easy default and the bad thing genuinely inconvenient to reach. Design the room around you and it will run the habit for you. Then draw bright lines. A rule with no exceptions, 0, not just less, is far easier to keep than one you renegotiate every day. Decide once while your will is strong and kill 1,000 future arguments. The Stoics had one final drill for exactly this. Premeditatio malorum. Rehearse the failure in advance. Picture the excuse and the obstacle before either arrives. And when they finally come, they have already lost their power to surprise or stop you. So here is the whole machine, laid bare in 3 moves. Feed the prediction engine the right cue. Act before the feeling ever arrives. And let each small, deliberate action cast its vote for who you are becoming. Then build a world where the right choice is the only easy one. You were never short on willpower. You were feeding the machine the wrong inputs. Change the inputs and it runs the life you wanted. Subscribe and take back the controls.